I seen all the comments when you got out the car with your little orange tote bag.
I still got it right over there.
This shit right here is so famous. You gave niggas the orange fanny pack over the shoulder.
Yeah.
And you walked your ass out like you were supposed to see a chiropractor that week.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. The guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today is one of the most popular actors in Hollywood, a prominent figure in the billion-dollar Fast and Furious franchise. He's a part of two of the highest-grossing franchises in Hollywood history. His movies have done over $10 billion in box office revenue. He's a global superstar, an iconic singer, platinum-selling songwriter, award-winning R&B veteran, a six-time Grammy nominee, accomplished producer, successful entrepreneur, multi-talented performer, artist, model, rapper, New York Times best-selling author. With over 25 years in the industry, let's put some hands together for Mr. Tyrese Gibson.
Wow. Sir, I'm on Club Shay Shay.
You here?
I feel successful. I got to take this moment in, man. Thank you, Jesus.
You know what? I know you
Thank
don't
you,
drink,
Jesus.
but
Thank
you know
you,
what I
Jesus.
want to do, Tyrese? I want to take you back to where it all started from.
Oh, you want it? Okay, I got it.
This is where it all started from. We ain't gonna leave these everybody, but I want to take you back to where it started from.
Wow.
This is kind of what got you on the map. When you did that,
Wait, come on, man. Can I please just have a moment?
Okay.
and
Soak
just
it in. Soak it in.
Yeah. I
I'm
got to
going
say
pop
thank
seal
you.
on one of these.
Well, you know what? While you doing that, I'm going to take you even further back.
Okay.
You know, black men are ashy. Come on in here. Your arms, we got to get you right, man. Just rub this in real quick, because you doing all that with the Coca-Cola stuff. But long before there was Coca-Cola, there was the black man ash.
What is?
And we got to get you right, baby. You got
Man,
muscles
this-
out here. Let's go on and get.
You
Come on,
think-
man. Get them right. We don't need you to go R&B music video level.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you a little ashy out here. Thank you so much.
Ooh, man, this thing like olive oil.
There you go, baby. Smooth it out.
What the-
That's what I'm saying. Y'all can laugh off camera. I don't mind. Shay Shay, I just want to tell you, brother, before we get started, man, I am absolutely honored to be here.
We are honored to have you.
I am very grateful.
Is that good right there?
Yeah,
How's
you
that?
good, man. I appreciate it. There you go. Now we right. Now don't be flexing this shit. You ain't gotta, you gotta tell, you rubbing it in, giving niggas the forklift.
I don't know if I'll be able to sit in the chair. I'll be slipping and sliding all out. So if I start to move, that's what it is.
I just want to say, man, what an honor and a pleasure it is to be on your platform. And I think we live in a world right now, sadly, where black culture, specifically, if we did a better job in the department of giving the love and the respect where it's due, we could all show up for each other versus losing so much sleep over somebody else's gifts and blessings. I want to just say to you, I appreciate that intro. It's a little uncomfortable to listen to my Wikipedia page, but my brother, you are doing it.
Thank you.
And I am not only proud of what you're doing, but I'm proud of the pivots. You see, I came in it like this, and I allowed God to say this and this and this. And so every time somebody laugh at you when you're making the pivot, when God sends you the vision and the idea to go do something else, you get laughed at, people will make a mockery, because, we love to put each other in the box. You from the NFL, what you trying to
Do something.
And here you are, breaking the internet with every interview. And I know Katt Williams gonna be a tough act to follow. And I'm not here to say nothing crazy or controversial. I'm gonna say some shit. But I just wanna tell you that I'm very proud of you, and I appreciate you considering that moisture because I wasn't gonna make it through this interview with ashy arms the whole goddamn interview. But
they look good. They look good
my
on camera.
hands, I'm here.
Yeah.
We've been in this black skin for a long time.
Yeah.
Light skin and white people, they don't understand that the moment you step out that shower, you put the lotion on, damn, an hour later you're ashy. You put some more lotion on, you're ashy again. So I just,
So I might need to get some of that what you got, because I feel better right now. That thing
there you
feels
go.
smooth.
There's moisture, baby. I got you, man. Little glistening, not much.
Yeah.
There you go.
I gotta feel good
But
about
I'm honored
myself.
to be here, man. Thank you, man. I'm proud
Thanks
of
for
you,
having me.
brother.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, now you got Coca-Cola. I
You got-
appreciate that.
yeah.
I don't drink as much as I'd like to. Wow,
Shea
this,
Bottle
yeah,
Point,
that's
yeah.
a real situation right
Yeah.
there. But I'm going to go on and do this, and I'm going to still hit a glass to celebrate. See, I'm not going to talk about the greatness of a black man. I'm going to talk to the greatness of a black man. Cheers to you, sir.
I appreciate it.
So
Cheers
proud
to
of
you.
you, man.
Proud of everything
Keep
you've
flying.
done. Thank you. I
Keep
appreciate
killing
that.
it. Keep using your stage and your platform to bless us all, man. Cheers to you, my brother. That
appreciate
Coca-Cola
that.
kind of strong, ain't it?
It is. It's been a while since I had.
Hey, this is a Coca-Cola product. It's Minute Maid apple juice. So it's all in the family.
Tell us how the Coca-Cola commercial came about. Did you audition for it, or you saw a flyer?
So my music teacher, rest in peace, name is Reggie Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at school that day, that week, and he got a phone call that they were doing a national audition in like 5 different parts of the states, like DC, Philly, Atlanta, that they were looking for this fresh face for the Coke commercial. And they called my school because my school was known for the performing arts. I went to Locke High School, L-O-C-K. I graduated in 96. I'm old, I'm 45, but I look 17. You see what I'm saying? I just got off the bus. So yeah, they called my high school and said that they were looking for a male black 16 through 18. My music teacher, who's also a legend, named Reggie Andrews, he wrote all the hits for the dads, man. Whip it, baby. So, the horn section of Earth, Wind and Fire came from my school. Gerald Albright, rest in peace to the drummer. Michael Jackson, one of his drummers named Ndugu Chancellor, all came from my school. Patrice Rushen, the very famous piano player. So we were kind of on that list of schools that if you want some talented people, call Locke High School. And what a blessing it was. I think my music teacher had to shut down the music department. I mean, I was broken and broke. My stomach was touching my ribs. I didn't have a car, didn't have a ride. There was no way I was getting on the bus, especially with a transfer.
Right.
Because it was like close to downtown LA, and I was living in Watts, South Central LA. So he literally had to work a full day at school, and he ended up taking me to this audition, and I was 3 hours late. And the only reason that the woman wasn't gone is because her ride was stuck in traffic. Wow. So she had her bags all packed up. Her name is Tony. I'm still in touch with her to this day. And she said, "I'm so sorry, the auditions are over." And I begged her, Shay, I begged. I said, "Ma'am, I got here as soon as I can. I'm so sorry I'm late. Is there any way that I can audition?" And she said, "I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." We kind of went back and forth for like 5 minutes. I charmed her, and then she said, okay. Just warm up over there. I started singing, so she started pulling her equipment out faster.
Oh, okay. You feeling good?
She's feeling good about whatever she's hearing from the little black dude with the big teeth. And so she gave me some headphones. She put the shirt on me that I wore in the commercial. And I just went down and sung a bunch of R&B songs. And then she said to me, start singing anything about Coca-Cola. So I'm just kind of freestyling, and I had no idea. I've never done a commercial or an audition ever in my life. I don't come from a family of entertainers, No agents, no managers. Doesn't matter what kind of singing I was doing. I was just another regular nigga in the hood singing. So when we did the audition and we got the call back, didn't even know what it meant. That's how completely green and oblivious I was about the process of trying to get on. And so we got the call back, then they made me kind of audition again, and then we got the call back that I booked it.
Wow.
And so I'll never forget, I was in Watts, born and raised in Watts, Martin Luther King Hospital, 78. I remember what street I was on, Parmalee Avenue. I ran up and down the street screaming and yelling, did not know what my life would be, did not know what God was up to, what he was gonna do. I actually had two things in mind. I wanted to know for the first time ever what having over $100 in my pocket would be. And there was this girl who lived at the end of my street. She had a mean-ass daddy named Steve. And I was flirting with his daughter for months, trying to get her phone number. And that's all I wanted from the audition, from the Coke Room. I was like, I'm gonna finally get $100, and hopefully I'm gonna finally get this girl's number. So as you can imagine, almost 30 years later, everything about my life literally feels like Christmas to this day. Like I'm sitting here with you, bro. Like I'm a huge fan of you as an NFL star, an on-air personality, Club Shay Shay. And so every day I allow myself to enjoy the gifts, the unexpected gifts. There's all the stuff that comes with it too. You deal with it, I deal with it. But every day feels like Christmas because when I first got on, I was waiting on the shoe to drop. I was waiting on someone to say, okay, let me get that glass slipper back. My life felt like the prom, right? You went to the prom, right? You went to the prom, so we get a limousine for 8 hours. We got on our best suit, we got our girl, we got our little, you know, and we going big, we out the sunroof, but at some point, you know that damn limousine's got to go back.
Right.
That's what my life felt like when I first got on. So I've been in a limousine for 30 years, sir. And I can't believe it.
Was that your aspiration, to be a professional singer? What did you sing in the choir? Did you sing at talent shows? When did you know you could sing?
I started singing at 14.
That's late.
I'm 45. I did the Coke commercial when I was 16.
Okay.
And I wanted two things. $100
And that phone number.
and that phone number.
Which one did you want worse?
I wanted both.
But all things being equal, if you could just get that phone number and not the $100, would you have been straight?
I wanted both. I'm being honest with you, man. I wanted both. I was really like, man, I really hope this girl see this commercial and decide to give me her phone number. I got the phone number eventually. And then her father caught us sneaking on the phone one night, and she was on punishment. But then by the time, you know, we got to the other side of that whole, you know, I had options at that point. So
all of a sudden you weren't as interested as you originally were.
Oh, listen, man, the line got long. Rolodex, you know what I mean? So it was beautiful. And I said to her, man, I gave you all the shot in the world, man. I was just readily available. All these teeth, all this dark skin, I'm right here. And you ain't give me a shot. And now you want to give me some attention. It's too late.
After that commercial, you started modeling. You did Tommy Hilfiger, you did Guess, you signed a recording contract. Now all of this is starting to happen.
Yeah.
Instantaneous.
Life changing.
You're not Tyrese Gibson, you're Tyrese. One name.
Now I am.
How did that change? You're from Watts, South Central, and now they see everybody in the hood and neighborhood, they see you on television. That commercial came on in an hour, it came on at least 3 times.
Yes, sir.
So that's how many times they saw you continuously. How different was your life?
My life changed forever, and it's never been the same ever since. I mean, we've been talking for longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Other people have the luxury of saying, you got your 5 minutes of fame. 5 minutes of fame would have been like 5 hours in my world. I had 30 seconds. And if if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ and you don't understand the power of what God has in mind for you versus your small, limited scope of thinking. There was no visions. There was no idea. My mama's not Gladys Knight, Anita Baker. My mama's not Patti LaBelle, where I'm a young singer being raised by a singer.
Right.
My daddy is not Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross. I did not grow up in a household with someone in the business so that they can give me a peek into what's possible before I did it. I'm not a NFL legend raising an NFL son, child star, you know. There was no sign and indication whatsoever that I would be here.
Was there anybody in your neighborhood that you could look to? Because, you know, sometimes, you know, entertainers, they would come, somebody would, from your school or from your neighborhood would come back and you can see them. You're like, oh, he from here? Well, if he from here and left and went and did that, I can be from here and leave and go do that also. Was there anybody for you to look to that says, you know what, I can be that?
No, sir. All I had was the list of people that I mentioned that graduated from my high school.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of, well, a few of them came back to speak with us at the school.
Okay.
But they didn't take me with them. I didn't go to none of their concerts. They didn't say, come to the studio. It did not go beyond the scope of an appearance at the school to say, we are alumni and we graduated and this is what we are, what we've been. I mean, we talking about Gerald Albright, saxophone player. Like, I mean, another legend that, you know, some of y'all folks would be like, who is that? Ricky Minor? Bass guitar player, all the Grammys, all the award shows, the most famous music director in the game. He went to my high school. And I run into Ricky Minor to this day. He'll tell you. He'd probably be very embarrassed if I tell this story. But way back in the day, forgot what year it was, but we had a massive earthquake. This is when the Golden State Bridge and everything knocked down.
Well, I think it was 89 then.
Yeah, it was huge, right? So when my house got flooded, and we was out here trying to milk FEMA.
I don't know if there's statute of limitations on that, so you might have to leave that one alone.
No. Nah, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and put some of these clothes in this goddamn water. We're going to go turn the goddamn water faucet on, mama. Shit, we're going to flood this house. This house wasn't even flooded. We're going to flood this guy. They out here handing out free money for people out here that's dealing with flooding. Shit, we going to get this goddamn
We flooded now.
We flooded now, goddamn. Put them goddamn underwear on the floor and flood them drawers, goddamn. So, you know, we out here trying to get this young FEMA, and I called Ricky Minor, literally, at the time, it was the most money I ever seen in my life. Me and Ricky Minor exchanged numbers. Please don't be offended by me telling you this story, Ricky. I love you. I just want people to know how big your heart is. I called Ricky Minor, and I said, look, this is the situation. And it was true. We was messed up. We was, you know, the house had damage. You know, we told the FEMA niggas it was flooding, but I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell Ricky.
Couldn't tell Ricky that.
Couldn't tell Ricky. You know, but Ricky, it's a little rough, and you know, I don't know what you can do to help me out, but you know, school is starting in 3 weeks, and mama's out here trying to figure it out like everybody else that's dealing with the trauma of this earthquake, and Ricky sent me $700, FedEx. Never forget. I could not believe. This is before the Coke commercial, my brother. He sent me that money.
Well, you lucky the FedEx guy wasn't trying to get some of that FEMA money too, because he got that cash up on that FedEx.
That FedEx nigga would have called 5 piece and a biscuit. Because I knew the money was coming. Okay, I was outside waiting on that. That was also my first FedEx delivery. He said FedEx, I didn't even know what it was. So he said, it's going to be at your door by blah, blah, blah on this day. Shit, I was outside. I think I missed school a couple days. waiting on that FedEx man to pull up. So I got that package. It was $700, man, and I went and bought all my clothes and school supplies. I even bought stuff for my brothers and sisters, man. I went grocery shopping, put food in the house, and man, when I finally made some money, I literally gave Ricky, I gave him 10x that amount.
Wow.
And he was offended again. Like, come on, man, I didn't do that to try. I said, Ricky, you're gonna take this money and you're gonna understand what you did for me. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna understand how grateful I am. You might not need it. You might feel a way about me trying to give it back. But I was very blessed. So every time I go to an Oscar party or pre-Grammy party or any award show, I see that man standing on that stage with that bass guitar directing that band. And we always have a moment where I go, because that man showed up for my dreams and showed up for my family in a real way after that major earthquake.
Been hungry for some college football? Well, we finally get a taste this weekend. Don't miss any of the action. Jump in at DraftKings Sportsbook. This is going to be DraftKings' biggest college football season to date. Enjoy the ride now all the way through the expanded playoff. Plus, all newbies getting into college football spirit, here's something special. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bet. Score big with DraftKings all college football season long. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Shannon. That's code Shannon for new customers to get $200 in bonus bet when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings. The crown is yours. What did you want to do? Prior to you start singing at 14, what was your dreams? What were your ambitions? What did Tyrese want to do when he was 21, when he was 25, when he was 30?
Live.
That's it?
It's all up. You in Watts, Crips, Bloods, gangsters, police, murder, excessive force, prostitution, heroin, crack. The whole list. That was my life. See, in the hood, what I want y'all to understand, for you folks that don't know nothing about the hood, you ain't gotta be Crippin' and Blooding to get killed, my brother. You gotta be out here selling dope, selling weed, selling whatever you selling, and you go and try and sell in the wrong neighborhood or in the wrong territory, and niggas come through and lay you out. No, sir. I had to walk through at least 12 hoods to get from my house to where my school was. Going through black and Mexican gangs, Crips, Bloods. I'm just trying to go to school. I don't know if anybody want to take my shoes, take whatever it is I got on. I don't know if somebody just want to fuck me up, beat me up, just because it's a Wednesday. So ain't nobody thinking about the future. I wasn't no dreamer. I think some of y'all niggas is running gamut. I was a dreamer. I wasn't no dreamer. I was hoping I didn't get killed, bruh. I was hoping that these Crips and Bloods didn't decide that today was my day to see my last birth date. That's what my life was, in Watts. So it wasn't no 21, wasn't no...
Tomorrow was the goal.
Cause I'm playing basketball. I'll never forget one of my homies named Scott Watts, one of the most talented niggas, period, in basketball. Used to kill niggas at Real Rogers Park. Shout out to all my niggas in Watts. I'm being real right now. Sorry, it's Club Shay Shay. My nigga Scott, man, long before we knew about a Michael Jordan, man, Scott was out here from the half court. Scott ain't had a Crip, a Blood, a dope, a marijuana, a gang bang. Scott, I don't even think Scott had a Crip walk in him. Scott got killed, bro. So we playing basketball on a Wednesday, and now we washing cars and doing a fundraiser, trying to raise money for Scott. Scott ain't hurt nobody. Scott ain't bothering nobody. Why is Scott dead? That's where I come from. That's where I'm from. This is all this movie star shit and everything you just mentioned on that resume. When I tell you it's hard to listen, I'm grateful about my life. But when I tell you all of that still sounds foreign to me, it's because in the reality of my life, I feel like that's still fresh. So it's been kind of hard to like completely embrace all that God has done and still doing, because, you know, every time I get hungry, I'm reminded of where I'm from. Every time the credit card decline, if I'm just randomly at a restaurant, now I'm doing all right, but sometimes your shit just decline because some shit just happened. You go to Chick-fil-A, nigga, you be like, yeah, go ahead, you know, put all it in the decline, and you like, holy shit, you know, like, well, let me call the bank because I don't know what just happened. They clear it all up, and then it goes through, and that reminder that broke is very real, it's very here, starving and living on the edge and not understanding what might happen today. People are still in that right now.
Yes, for sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. And they ain't got nothing to do with waking up every day and saying, I am a bad person with ill will and bad intentions, but bad things still happen. And you go to church, you love Jesus, you ain't doing none of that stuff. Still can get shot and killed when you're living in the hood, bro.
I got a two-part question for you.
Yes, sir.
How did you handle fame as a kid, and what advice would you give now that you've gone through what maybe some of these young kids are having, the fame that they're starting to come into, say, as a teenager? How did you handle it, and what advice would you give them?
Club Shay Shay, I'm having a moment. This brother right here, hey, that motherfucker with them oily on, that motherfucker deep. That nigga deep right there, boy. Shit, you can't see. You could have, you know what's wrong? He ain't even send me the questions for the interview. There ain't no pre-interview. He just going boom. Okay, so what I would say is, ooh, thank you, Jesus. Give me the words, because somebody is listening and they're about to stay with me, God. They're about to get, their breakthrough is about to happen for them, and there's other people that's experiencing the breakthrough right now as we speak. This is what I would say. Thank you, Jesus. Your family has nothing to do with what God is doing and about to do. Mm. You will be the first millionaire in your family. How does your mama feel about that? You would be the first one to graduate. How does your mama feel about that? You will be the first or the second or the third in your life and your story to get into the NFL or the NBA or go to college and graduate from college. How do the people in and around your life feel about what God is doing for you individually? And I have to say to all of the people watching, not just the kids, but to everybody, as far as my understanding of DNA, as far as my understanding of how this thing works when it comes to fingerprints, would you agree that your mom and daddy created Shannon? Would you agree that mommy and daddy made you? Now, would you also agree that mommy and daddy's fingerprints are very different than your fingerprints?
Absolutely.
If mommy and daddy were to do their fingerprints right now, mommy and daddy co-created Shannon?
Yes.
Did your fingerprint come out the same as mommy and daddy?
No.
Okay. There's a lot of power in recognizing your individuality. Your people, your family, your surroundings, your environment will try and convince you that you are sheep. You're a pigeon. You are like everybody else. Your uncle was a Crip. You ain't got to be a Crip. Shut up. Your mama's a blood. Your daddy's a blood. You grew up in this. They selling dope, so I gotta sell dope. They got the gun, so I gotta get the gun. I gotta dress the way they dress, and I gotta look the way I look. I'm sitting there with a whole, you see what I'm wearing? I'm an alpha male, wearing a full-on outfit, okay? Head to toe that they wear in the Middle East, okay? Jesus never wore shoes, he wore sandals. You ain't never seen a photo of Jesus wearing a pair of pants in your life. Recognize the power of individuality. And there's a lot of strength that you can find in recognizing the power of individuality. And you get away from, this is what we all doing. This is what we all wearing. This is what we all thinking. This is where we all going. No, the fuck, we're not. Where I'm going, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna try and hold on to as many familiar faces as I can. Because familiar is comfortable. Mm-hmm. But you realize that where God is about to take you, you ain't gonna be able to look to the left or right and see nobody. Now, Shannon, I love you. You got a lot of white people out here behind these cameras. A lot of these people did not grow up in your neighborhood.
Correct.
They ain't look the way you look.
No.
So as God continue to elevate you and take you to these other places and spaces, it's going to continue to become and be more uncomfortable and more unfamiliar, because nothing about God is familiar. We should go the rest of our life trying to figure out, who is God? Who is this man? Why does God love me so much to have all of this in mind for me? And why do I feel so bad about embracing all that God is doing? So you have all of this in mind for me, but I want to take all the homies. We grew up together. We fed each other. We this, we that. We protected each other. We this, we that. Now they gonna make me out to be disloyal.
Mm-hmm.
Now they gonna make me out to be like, oh, once you got on, you know what I'm saying, you turn your back on all your real niggas. No, I didn't. I can't understand what God is doing and where I'm going, but something about oxygen gets a little thin.
The higher you go up.
You know, they say snakes can't survive certain altitudes. That snake, you cut that grass low in your life and the snakes will be revealed. See, some of y'all are keeping it so real, the grass is high. Loyal, there's an expiration date on loyalty. The grass is high. As soon as you cut that grass in your life, the snakes will reveal themselves. And as soon as God does this and start elevating you, them snakes die, bruh. And I'm as loyal as it gets. Most of the niggas who I cut off will never tell you why they got cut off. Because they still in the hood, they playing victim. They gonna tell everybody and their mama their version of the story. I got people around me that I've been rock, like one of my homies in here right now, Kenyatta. That brother right there, that's my best friend since 8 years old. When I was hungry, broke, fucked up, my mama was drunk out of her mind. May God rest her soul. Drunk out of her mind. Every level of dysfunction was in my house. Mental, emotional, physical, psychological abuse. Drunk, that's a drunk. So I love you, but I don't even want to sit next to this bottle no more. That's for you over there, sir. Alcohol has fucked my life up. That's why I drink apple juice. I ain't never had a drink in my life. I don't smoke, I don't drink. Nothing about what I do every day is connected to anything that I grew up in and around. And that doesn't mean that I'm bigger and better. That's the other thing. So as soon as you recognize the power in your individuality, you feel bad that you're different. But God will never do anything different in your life trying to say the same as everything that you grew up in and around. Your family has nothing to do with what God is about to do for your career. So that's some long advice for the 16-year-old, but I wanted to get that over to the old heads too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't too old to get that breakthrough.
You said something very interesting. You said your parents, your family has nothing to do with what God has planned for you. Do you believe that you grew up in a situation?
Well, I didn't quite say that, but go ahead.
But different. You said mom, dad, different. They created Shannon.
Yeah.
Fingerprints, but my fingerprint is nothing like theirs.
Yes, I'm speaking to.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I'm speaking to the power of individuality. Right. And I'm saying, like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother and father co-creating me. But my mind, my heart, the empathy, I'm an alpha empath. Big energy and personality, but I feel and care for everything. So you say something, you do something, you go through something. If you're in a coma, likely when you open your eyes, it's gonna be me standing over you. So I'm saying something about me and where I'm from and the environment that I grew up in created me and had me early on to recognize the power of my own individuality. And I stepped into that, and I was very uncomfortable because why do niggas stay in the hood? Because you don't want nobody to think you change. Well, motherfucker, I did change.
And you wanted people to know that you changed.
I changed, but I didn't change with any negativity on it. I changed because God is in the changing business. God don't keep nobody the same. That's self-sabotage, self-defeat. You are wearing that, doing that, thinking that, your net worth is that, you live in that, you drive that, your hair look like that, your baby mama is that, because you have literally became a carbon copy of everything you knew. And anything that's beyond the scope of what you grew up believing, thinking, or that you were familiar with makes you and everybody else uncomfortable. That's what I was saying.
Okay. You also said that you like to carry people. Yeah. And sometimes things get so heavy that we can no longer carry them anymore. How difficult was it for you, people that you know, that you grew up, like you said, you grew up around, you saw these people and they became too heavy for Tyrese to carry. You have to set them down.
Yeah, that is a version. Loyalty has an expiration date. Like, hey man, I'm loyal. You're gonna die if you hold on to everybody that you showed up with. Like, we're not talking about death specifically, right. That too.
Right.
Everything that God is about to do and he has in mind for you, trying to hold on to everything and everybody that's connected to your family, your friends, your environment, it's going to die. Mm-hmm. So how does that make you feel? And so when I also say loyalty has an expiration date, that means agents, managers, lawyers, people in business. We was good for the first 7 years of us brainstorming and connecting about the vision. Now every time I talk to you about some shit I see and I want to do and where I want to go, we ain't really on the same page about where we're going. Mm-hmm. So I don't wish any harm on anybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Now, a lot of us, we deal with the pressure of the hood. Let me make sure I'm being clear here. All of my real niggas I grew up with from day dot, there is nobody in the world more happy for me than them. All the niggas running around talking about, you got history and then you got his story. Motherfucker, I didn't know you.
Right.
Okay, let me take my hat off for a sec. You run around showing niggas that picture with your little roll-up camera, your little flip phone, that is a fucking lie. We did not grow up together. I don't know you. I've never heard of you. And if you send one more person to walk up to me like, hey, you know Lil Nuck Nuck?
No.
No, sir. I don't know a Nuck or a Nuck. Get your goofy ass up in front of my... Man, he told me that y'all used to be... So you got to sit through 7 minutes of that shit while you pumping gas. Because Lil Nuck Nuck has ran through the hood for the last 25 years convincing niggas that y'all grew up together. All my real niggas that I grew up with, for real, no jealousy, no envy, and if I ever have a problem, they say, look here, bro, we love you. We know what you are. We told you off top that you different. Here's the thing, gang banging is cool. They didn't let me bang. They didn't let me sell nothing. They ain't let me get in it. I had a big homie named Dirt Bike Fred. I was just on the phone with him 3 days ago. He coming to my movie premiere for 1992 with his wife. They've been together for 40 years. Where would I be without the big homie Dirt Bike Fred? Hey, Reese, come here, bruh. What's going on? Bend over. He would take his Timberland boot. He ain't just do it to me. Anybody who's trying to get into that life and he knew you ain't cut from that cloth, he'll literally say, bend over. And not with the tippy toe, because I wouldn't be able to have kids if he gave a nigga the boot with the front. So he would kick a nigga from the side. Bah! Get your ass out of here. Put that weed down, nigga. Put that drink down. Put anything you doing, the big homies. And that's why all these young niggas out here lost now. They big homies don't understand their role.
True. That's real talk.
You signing up more Crips than you are college students. That's the fucking problem. How many more young niggas you gonna sign up and teach them the game? Shit, the recruiting Bloods and Crip recruiting is heavy. That set them up for success, man. Use that same OG status to set us up. Because my big homie set me up for success and said, if you thinking about doing this, bend your ass over. Boop! They could kick my ass into $1 billion in the box office.
Tyrese, you spoke a little bit about your mom. You said your mom was, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you said she was a drunk. You said, I think... Alcoholic.
Sadly, yes.
And your father, you haven't spoken about him. What was the relationship with your parents? What was your relationship like with your parents?
Well, my mother and father from St. Louis.
Okay.
I'm the last child of 4, the baby boy for real. All 3 of my brothers and sisters were conceived and born in St. Louis. My mother and my father got pregnant with me. I'm child number 4. Mm-hmm. My father says we moving to L.A. You know, he do a little singing. He can hit a note.
So that's where you got it from.
He hit a note or two. He been telling niggas he gonna get a record deal for the last 65 years. You gonna sit your old ass down.
Man, don't kill that man, Drew. Let him live. Stall him by Tyrese.
Hey, man, I love you, Pops. I love you. You know, look, if that deal is coming, that motherfucker been stuck in the iCloud for 68 years. But yeah, my musical talents come from my pops, and he sang, he played the piano. He's a music guy, and he's in St. Louis right now. So yeah, man, he basically told my moms with all 3 of their kids at the time, we getting on the Greyhound bus and we going to L.A. So, you know, my mom was pregnant with me on the Greyhound, went to L.A., and we ended up in Watts. And that's where I was born, Martin Luther King Hospital. Capricorn, December 30th, 78. And, you know, right before my mom passed, fast forward, she passed 2 years ago. And I'll never forget, probably like, you know, 5 years before she passed, we had one of them mommy-son moments, right?
Okay.
And she said, my mama was in a coma 3 different times, and the 3rd time she was in a coma is when she finally passed because of pneumonia and COVID. And when she woke up out of her 2nd coma, I just found myself becoming more intentional about spending time with her because my childhood was a fucking nightmare. And I think everybody know that because I've been very vocal and outspoken about it. So she said to me, when I gave birth to you, I knew you were special. And I said, what does that mean? She never told me this in her life. My mama was not the best support system. She didn't say, you can sing your ass off and you gonna be something. If anything, shut up. Bring big teeth, nigga. Bring you loud as hell in the house. Bring that down. So there was no family love and support. My mama didn't come to my talent shows and wasn't on the front row cheering. She wasn't a soccer mom at all the basketball games. So I got this gift and this talent, but when it comes to the validation in my house, it was not there for me to understand I got something. So I'll never forget, she said probably 5 years before she was born, she said, you know, I knew you were special when you were born. And she said, I got my tubes tied after you because I knew that you were special. And I'm crying and shit. And I'm like, wow, you know, but I'm like, Mama, tell me more, because she never said anything like this. And then she says, you know, you got movies in over 200 countries, and you got billions and billions. You have literally changed our family's life. We have been to places and countries and cities and met celebrities and entertainers. We done been some of the best cars, and we done been around things that nobody in our entire bloodline has ever seen, heard, or experienced. And you're gonna live and die and not be able to meet every fan of my baby boy named Tyrese. Over 200 languages, my films come out and translated into. And then she just walked off.
that was a hell of a walk off.
Just left me there, you know. We didn't talk much, but if you give your mama or your daddy a chance that you might dislike, if you give them a chance to talk, they can drop a couple on you.
How did that make you feel? She's saying this, and you say this is 5 years before she passed.
Yeah.
Did a part of you wish, like, damn, Mom, if you felt like this, why didn't you tell me when I was 5? Why didn't you tell me this when I was 10, 15, 20? Why are you just telling me? Do you think she realized at that moment that obviously she's, you know, you say this was her second time being in a coma, and she wakes up and she tells you this. Do you think she all of a sudden she started her mortality and she felt she needed to get that off her chest? She's like, I need to let him know what I actually think about him.
No, I don't remember my mother ever having that type of a time clock in her head.
Okay.
It was actually, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this when it comes to our parents or grandparents, there was a particular arrogance about I ain't going nowhere, right? So you got Jesus,
Yeah.
and some people's relationship with Jesus is abusive. I can drink what I want, do what I want, go about my life in any way I want. Rather I take my medicine when my blood pressure is up, or I do this or I do that. I got Jesus by my side.
Right.
That's a tumor. You have to go visit the doctor to get that taken care of. Now, God is an all-knowing God. He's going to get you through a lot. But we can't get arrogant with the relationship with Jesus. Jesus is going to get you through. And Jesus has already decided before you was born when the first breath happens and when the last breath is going to happen. But we have a responsibility to do the best we can with this one temple that we were given. And so my mama was one of those. Like, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And I ain't got to stop drinking or go about eating healthy and working out and doing anything, which is why, you know, I'm still trying to shake that devil. You know, I praise God that I don't drink and I don't smoke and I don't do all the things that I don't do that I mentioned. But yeah, shit, I just finished eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich with double cheese. Okay, my mama ate everything in sight. I was that guy coming home, house smelled like the bottom of the earth with them goddamn chitlins burning in there. Woo! You ain't enough Red Rooster hot sauce in the world that can make me like these fucking smelly ass pork chitlins. We eating pig guts? What is this? You know, everything imaginable.
Right.
And to this day, man, I'm trying to get my food intake together, you know, but it's that thing, man. We don't take care of ourselves. We don't really respect what might happen if we don't properly visit the doctor, get your prostate, and do all the things that we supposed to do. You got a lump in your chest, and you think you're gonna just rub it out? That's a lump.
Right.
You can't put no goddamn Vaseline or baby oil on that. You can't give niggas no cleavage and think that's gonna get rid of breast cancer. Put some baby oil on your chest. Did that get rid of the cancer? No. That's what. So my mama did not have that type of urgency. I think something is about to happen, so let me go on and drop this on my son. No, sir, that didn't happen.
What about your father?
You know, as much as I knew about him, he's still with us, God bless him, but I didn't know him.
He was. So how, when you guys, okay, you get on the Greyhound bus, your mom is pregnant with you.
She's married to my father.
Married to your father.
Yes.
So did they separate shortly after you got there? Was he in the house?
No. I knew my father up till I was about 7 years old. You know, 7, maybe 6, maybe 5, but at least it was early. And I knew him, I knew of him. And there was a reoccurring visitation, but not really.
Okay.
So I was that kid looking at other kids at the park like, damn, I wish I had my daddy here pushing me on the swing, and I wish my daddy would show up to the school and curse the teacher out when they, you know, disrespected me or treat me wrong in the classroom. all the stuff that you want from a dad. I think it's confusing. We all love us a mama. We love us a mama. Most of us grew up in a single parent household, and mama did it all. She was daddy, mama, uncle, grandfather. She was the Crip, the Blood, the OG. She was everything. But listen, man, you cut off the head, the rest of the body will follow. It's no mistake that we got 4 million black men in jail right now. No mistake. So all these women out here who did not plan on being the mother and the father, that's just what it is. And it ain't got nothing to do with Crippin' and Blood. It's just a lot of black men that just ain't around. They're dead, gone, or locked up. And so you got women out here having to figure out, like, how do I tap into more of my masculine energy? When I'm a woman, I'm the mama, I gotta be nurturing, caring, I gotta do all the things that a mama do, but then I gotta become a boy. I gotta wear the pants. We supposed to wear the pants, even though I'm sitting here with a Islam outfit on and
not quite pants.
You motherfucker. Not quite bad. Anyway, shit, but truth be told, goddammit, my luggage got lost. You know what I mean? All the shit that my publicist sent me to wear for my press run, I live in the ATL. I was like, look here, man, all that shit that shit lost, so I'm gonna go on and put this together, because I ain't canceling Shannon. I'm gonna go on shit.
I sure appreciate that.
This was the only thing in my closet that I didn't have to iron, and I was like, I'm gonna go and put this together. Now, if anybody can smell me, I got dressed so fast I forgot to put deodorant on, so I do apologize. Keep your distance. Let's keep these hugs short and brief, because it's cracking under here. I smell myself, goddamn.
You mentioned you were born in 1978, graduated in 1996, but there was a big event that happened in 92, the riots.
Yeah.
You're 14, probably 14 at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And it's smack dab in where you grew up at, Watts, South Central LA. What do you remember about that situation, and how did it shape the way Tyrese looks at the world?
I was in Watts. I was in the riots. I was scared. Everything about that boilerplate that we feel and live in every single day that I've been mentioning throughout this interview, it went up 50 notches. Because, see, when you're born in Watts, in the year 1965, my city was only known for the Watts riots.
Correct.
And everything, you grow up in the hood, no matter how young or old you get, everybody's talking about, if you're in Minneapolis, everybody's gonna be talking about George Floyd. Mm-hmm. You can move Minneapolis right now. That's gonna be the energy of Minneapolis forever. You go to Memphis, Tennessee, you're gonna feel the energy of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. I was born into the rebellion. I was born into strife. Not just gang affiliation. I'm talking about the 1965 riots where they had to send Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to Watts to try and use this black man to influence black and brown culture to calm down, because we was burning that motherfucker down. And so now I'm living and reliving what I've been hearing about my whole life. From 1965, before I was born, 78, all the way up until 92. All we was known for was the riots. I didn't get on career-wise until 98. Mm-hmm. So 92, April 29th, was a bad day. It was 5-6 weeks before we seen the sunshine, clear skies, smoke everywhere. It was ashes in your neighborhood, your streets, your houses, ashes, because what goes up comes down when it come to burning shit and looting and rioting. And, I got me some shit now.
Man, Tyrese, you always looking for to come up on the sneak tip.
I got me some shit, Shannon. Got me a couple pieces. I was scared getting it, but I got it.
You mentioned, obviously, the date is ingrained because you remember April 29th. You wake up that day. Did you expect it to pop off like it did? Could you tell it was starting to brew, like, oh my goodness, this thing is about to explode here? Did you know that? Could you sense that?
Yeah. Yeah. We knew. But we also knew that, see, when you from the hood, all of the non-hood niggas was shocked. None of us was shocked. See, y'all look at all of the trauma of police brutality, murder, excessive force, planting drugs and guns, and all of that over-the-top abuse. In '92, there was no body cam, sir. There was no cameras on the cars of police.
Dash cams.
There was no dash cam. There was no Google Maps. It's before MySpace, BlackPlanet.com. This is before the internet.
Mm-hmm.
This was before anybody could have any sense of what actually happened because you can pull out your actual camera phone and film it. Some of us have been grown for so long, we forgot the brick phone in the hood with the cord attached, with the first cell phone. We forgot the beeper, typing out one letter at a time that says I love you or fuck you.
Yeah.
We forgot about the beep, 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 beep. We forgot about that. So somebody rolled out of bed and seen something going on, grabbed a big ass camcorder, put it on their shoulder, and filmed the whole thing. Then that thing went crazy.
Set it off.
That thing went crazy on the news because there was no Instagram.
Because that was the first time that we could that was really the first time you could see it. Because for the longest time.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
That wasn't the first time I could see it. I see it every day.
You saw it. But the world.
The world seen what we see every day.
And that's not what they put in the report, though, Tyrese. What they said versus what we were later able to see, they're like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all didn't mention any of this.
That's not new either. That's what I'm saying. This hood shit will have you saying, tell me something I don't know about how that didn't happen. That police report, what the fuck is that? That's why when black people get out of jail 30 years later and they try and give a nigga $500,000, like $500,000 gonna fix 30 years of me living in that hellhole because you lied on the police report.
Right.
You documented, you made sure that you looked right in the light of the judge that's going to make a judgment in front of the jury. You planted that, you did that. And so nobody who lives in the hood is shocked about anything that we're seeing play out. And the arrogance of it all is that you would assume, black man, that they gonna clean this shit up now that there's so many people filming everything. You can't do nothing without being filmed.
Nothing.
You slap the shit out of somebody at the front door, they got the ring camera. Your slap is captured.
Yes.
You steal a package, Amazon, thinking that you could just creep your goofy ass in the yard, everybody gonna see you.
Yep.
You can't do nothing without it being filmed. And they still fucking us up. Now imagine how much of an open season it was and has been since '92 and prior to.
Yeah.
Come on. Who took a picture of that black man hanging up in that tree? Damn, that's fucked up. What if nobody took that picture? Nothing would be fucked up. Your heart, your mind, your spirit is only affected by the things you see, by the things you hear, the things that you're exposed to. I'm gonna give y'all a word. Here's your word of the day, boys and girls. COINTELPRO. Let's move on. Go ahead.
Your movie, 1992, it takes place during the LA riots. Why do you feel it was important to do this movie?
It was important because I'm from there. It was important because I lived that and experienced that. It was important because the diversity that's in this film made me say yes. I ain't make no money from this movie. What they paid me, I'm making per diem. The statement was much bigger than the press release, the opportunity, or the payment. That's where I'm from. This is a story that happened, that I lived, that I experienced. Even Snoop Dogg told me he was looting and riding in the ride. This is some shit that when you born and raised in South Central LA, we know this. It was real. The younger generation, just like I, from 65, you hear the stories about 92 because you were 2000 baby.
Right.
So I experienced that same thing about something dark and fucked up and traumatic that happened prior to me being born. But I had to do this movie because we deserve for our stories to be told. Now, this might be a little confusing to you, big homie, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay, give it.
Nobody in Hollywood wanted to make this movie. No streaming platform, no movie studio. Nobody wanted to make this movie. So they ended up securing the money to make this movie from a billionaire from overseas. We shot the movie in Bulgaria. All the warehouses, had to do it at a budget, and then we came and shot the rest of the movie in Watts, in South Central LA and off of Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we made the movie, nobody wanted to buy the movie after it was made. They ended up selling the movie at a film festival, and that's when Lionsgate picked it up. Then they said, the disrespect just kept going. This is long before I was involved, by the way, right? So they couldn't get the movie made without me being attached or prior to me being attached. We got Ray Liotta, a legend, who has already worked with our current director named Ariel Vroman, who is an Israeli from Israel. So when I'm speaking to diversity, I'm talking about find another Israeli who directed a South Central LA film. So Ray Liotta, Ariel Vroman, Scott Eastwood, Dylan, who's my brother, he was just in the Christopher Nolan film. Like, this is a heist movie. This is not a movie about black people trying to get some free shit.
Right.
So the heist element made me say yes. The South Central LA made me say yes. And everything about the father-son dynamic in the movie made me say yes. Because Ray Liotta is the father to Scott Eastwood, and they toxic and dysfunctional as a motherfucker throughout the movie. I'm dysfunctional and toxic with my son in the movie. And so everything about those other elements is what made me say yes.
How much influence did you have? Because do you believe that in order to, and people are gonna like, no, that's not true.
No,
do you feel that you need to have experienced the riots in 92 in order to fully tell and explain the riots of 92?
No, which is why we have a British actor who played Dr. Martin Luther King in Selma. You ain't gotta be born and raised in Atlanta to do a movie about an Atlanta topic. I'm an actor. So if I don't know anything about this life, this world, this situation, I mean, most niggas is out here looking goofy as hell, 50 years old wearing Marvel comic outfits. You don't even wear that shit at home for your son's birthday. But you got your goofy ass in that damn movie, standing there with your fake chest muscles and your 12 abs. You ain't got them abs underneath that goddamn costume. But we as actors, we have the blessing and the gift, and that's no disrespect for Marvel, because I definitely want y'all niggas to keep helping me out. Love Marvel. Which eye do I wink on? Anyway, so yeah, we as actors, we get to, oh, and I love it, thank you, Jesus. We get to become. Leave it at that. We get to become.
You mentioned Snoop Dogg.
And that's what we love about Denzel. That's what we love about Viola Davis. That's what we love about Ruby Dee and Sidney Poitier. You know, this is what we love about the giants of our world. We seen them, Harry Belafonte, we seen them reinvent themselves over and over and over again. Then the John Singletons got a spot. Then the Spike Lees got a spot that helped set up the Ava DuVernays and the Antoine Fuquas and the F. Gary Grays. We did that. We become. Denzel became Malcolm X and killed it.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about, Jesus. I became an actor, which Denzel Washington, if you see this movie, I don't feel like I've made it, and I'm not successful until I do a movie with you. Sir. Denzel Washington. I don't feel successful, and I don't feel like I've made it as an actor until I do a movie with you, because you are the reason I decided to become an actor. It wasn't John Singleton. He tried to talk me in it. 7 years. He tried to put me in the movie Shaft, told him no. He wrote the movie Baby Boy for Tupac, not for me. But after I seen Denzel Washington's performance in the movie The Hurricane, I was in my living room with my dusty-ass VCR. And I was reenacting all of the scenes from that movie in my living room. And that's when I knew I was ready to become an actor.
You mentioned Snoop Dogg executive produced this movie in 1992. And I don't think anybody has had, he can't go anywhere. And I can honestly say this, I've known Snoop over 30 years. And I've been around a lot of people. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Snoop. But a guy that's been able to change the narrative about himself. There's not a room that Snoop can go walk, from Martha Stewart to like he's on the Olympics and the coverage is going crazy because everybody loves Snoop. What's some of the advice that Snoop is giving you? Like, hey, the homie, he knows, what he went through was on trial, and to come out of that on the other side with flying colors, someone lost their life, sorry about that. But Snoop, the metamorphosis that he's gone through. When you sit down and talk to him from a business perspective, what does Snoop talk to Tyrese about?
Snoop is a genius. Snoop is, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Who's a bigger rapper globally? The most famous of the two, Jay-Z or Snoop Dogg, in your opinion?
Globally?
Around the world, like if Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg was in a mall in Moscow, who would shut the mall down?
Like, I'm gonna have to go Snoop, honestly.
Okay. Biggest rapper in the world. And we're not talking about Grammys, because he ain't won one yet. Biggest fucking superstar in the world. That's my big homie. Long Beach, West Coast, I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, big homie, man. Big homie Snoop Dogg, man. Biggest in the game, man. Shit, Snoop might be announcing he a billionaire soon.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He shouldn't be. The nigga owns 732 businesses. Fuck you mean? That motherfucker wake up and his emails and notifications hit different, my brother.
Yeah.
He just hosted the Olympics and came home with 16 million new followers. 16 of them. He did that in 2 weeks. Snoop Dogg being on board with this 1992 movie changed everything about, listen, man, we did 100 million trailer views, my brother.
Wow.
Okay, this is straight to DVD, straight to streaming, so they thought. 1992, my brother. February, that movie was supposed to drop on the world. I asked them, can y'all push this thing back? Can you give me a shot? Can you give me an opportunity at trying to create some energy around this film so we can get it to the theater, so we can get some more press and energy and get the word out? I brought Snoop on board as a producer. We posted that trailer. It broke the internet and did over 100 million views. We go from no premiere, no soundtrack, no press junket. Am I on Club Shay Shay right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
This Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, it is.
This is Club motherfucking Shay Shay. We ain't doing Club Shay Shay because Shay Shay wanted to interview me. We doing Club Shay Shay because of 1992. There was no budget to do a press junket. Not one single interview was connected to this movie. See, I am walking, let me get my words right, because this is all for God. I am the walking, living, breathing manifestation of favor. Because you listen, I can't explain what God is to me. Wait in line. I said 30 seconds, approaching 30 years. You know how many commercials have been famous? Even the nigga with the deodorant commercial, okay?
No,
Where's his $10 billion in the box office? Where's his record deal? Where's his acting career? If we're winning the popularity contest from doing commercials, then why it ain't happen for everybody? Don't disrespect my hustle, motherfucker. I'm grinding and hustling. I'm getting that. I'm turning over all the rocks. This is not just lazy with favor. This is, oh my God, now that God done gave me this, I'm gonna have to figure out what the pivots are. I'm not a dreamer. Okay? I'm not worried about next week. I got plans, I got visions. I dream with my eyes open. What's that? Did you come up with the idea to open up an alcohol company before? Or did you see somebody else do it, and then you said, man, as soon as I can do it, you got your own name, you got your own taste, you got your own look of your bottle, but are you the first black man to release a brown liquor?
No.
Okay, so you seen somebody else do it, and so you dream with your eyes open, and you did whatever it takes to hustle your way into that.
Right.
And then you got that. That's why it's sitting on the table. And that's why this motherfucking apple juice is sitting there too. So we are technically experiencing every single day, visions and ideas are physical. If someone had kept this chair that we're sitting on right now, this ugly ass, this chair is ugly. And I'm mad as hell that you didn't invite me to the real Club Shay Shay with the leather chairs and all that. Like, am I less than Katt Williams?
That's a LA. That's a LA. I came to you. They say Tyrese he want to sit down on Club Shay Shay, but you got to come to Atlanta. So I came down here just to see you.
That's bullshit.
I ain't lying.
Where you located at?
I'm in LA.
I'm in LA. So you telling me them leather couches that Katt Williams sat on and all of your other stars is in LA?
In LA.
And we over here sitting on this.
In Atlanta. Your hometown. Your new home now.
Okay, well, the point I was making was, is that ideas are physical. And if you have visions and ideas, and it's so clear and it's so specific, and you decide to rob the world of getting that idea out, it ain't gonna be sitting on the table.
Right.
And if these chairs that we're sitting on, even though I don't like them compared to the Club Shay Shay chairs, is that shit I was looking for. Nigga, I put an outfit on together. I was like, shit, nigga, hey, this motherfucking black outfit right here with that brown couch, shit. This gonna have a vibe, nigga. I'm a shit. You think I'm about to wear brown, sit on the brown couch? No, sir. But this chair right here that we sitting on, if they had kept this vision and this idea in their minds, we'd fall on the floor. Did you design them glasses you wearing?
No.
Did you design the T-shirt you got on?
No.
Did you design the necklace you wearing?
No.
How about that watch?
No.
How about
the cards?
The cards. Yeah. Somebody printed those out, right?
Yeah.
So if they didn't have a print
That's my
machine,
silhouette.
That's your logo and all that.
Yeah.
Tonight you should put. Wait, let me see that again. I guess, can we get some lotion in here for shit?
Man, get out.
Nigga, your motherfucking logo ashy.
Get it.
I'm just he looking at it like that shit didn't look a little ashy, man.
Okay. He just got the shower. He just got the shower.
So the point is, we should go the rest of our life getting that book out, writing that script, moving on those visions and ideas, implementing all that God has bounced in. What's keeping you up at night? And if you think you're gonna be able to talk to your friends, your broke ass family, friends, homies, and they're gonna share in that same joy and energy that you have about what you see and what you want and what you envision for your life, you're gonna be fucked up for the rest of your life just like them.
Wow.
Sometimes you gotta bless somebody from saying, y'all niggas don't see what I see with what God is doing and about to do, but I'm gonna show you one day. Because if I talk to you about my visions and my dreams, you're gonna laugh at me. You're gonna try and talk me out of it. And if you talk me out of it, then I can't come back to that same hood and change the hood. Now the problem is, for us, and it breaks my heart when I think about Nipsey Hussle. When I think about Nipsey, when I think about all the rap niggas and R&B niggas and all the black entertainers who don't understand the concept of keeping it real versus keeping alive, okay? I ain't saying this to anybody specifically. The moment you have kids, the moment that your net worth change, your tax bracket change, the square footage of your house change, you got motherfuckers jealous of you right now, and you got $2 with a WIC voucher. Mm-hmm. Why are you getting so many food stamps compared to me? Why you got 5 WIC vouchers? Niggas out here jealous and envious and want your life. So what makes you think that they not gonna try and take your life if you keep coming back to the hood because you don't understand that everything about your life has changed? See, that brother Nipsey Hussle, he did the right thing from investing and buying the block. But not everybody on the block is happy for you. And not everybody in the block understands that what you're doing is much bigger than rapping and singing and acting and being in real estate. Anybody, I don't think most of us is thinking about real estate. We thinking about, man, if we lead by example, mm-hmm. and we do things to change things, and we from the hood, Shannon, everybody gonna be happy for me, right? Look at what we did, y'all.
No.
Man, listen, you got me motherfuckers out here losing sleep over your gifts, man.
Why? What?
Why?
You and I,
okay.
We're black. Let's speak to our community. Why? Why do we hate on each other? Why it seems like we want to see us, get successful, and then we get a little success, well, that's too much success, let's try to knock him down.
Everybody want to see you doing good, but nobody want to see you doing better than them. You talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I tell you what it is, because you got people out here praying right now for what I already have. You put a little jealousy and envy on it, and they thinking that jealousy and envy is the motivator. You don't have to be jealous and envious and lose sleep over what God has decided to do for me in order for you to do it. Now, you're an athlete. You're competitive, okay? And you got muscles right now. Nigga, I done gave you my muscles 6 months ago. I didn't know you was gonna still keep my shit. Okay, now y'all niggas out here looking at this nigga muscle. But the t-shirt that he's wearing came with the muscles. Nigga, this is Marvel Comics. It's also bled over into sports, motherfucker, okay? Okay, I had that shirt on yesterday for my goddamn movie, and I had to put that shit up on the wall to give it back. But the point is, what y'all have to understand is, I don't remember the last time I lost sleep over a hater. I don't care who you fucking. My body count is up. My numbers, woo. My God, my God. Hey, this R&B juice has been flying. Don't get this sweet lady game fucked up, nigga. It's called Sweet Lady. Vaginal activity for me has been real for 25 of them. I had to slow it down. The point is, the square footage you living in, that ain't mine.
Right.
Your chains, your jewelry, your watch, who you dating, who you fucking, the way how beautiful your kids are, the fact that your drip from head to toe. Niggas is jealous of your hairline. It's bad.
Right.
It's bad, man. It's bad. Listen, man.
But when did it become cool, Tyrese, to just make up stuff about somebody? Has that always been a thing?
Social media. Social media. But you know what? If you're on the gram, then you gonna put some shit out there, you gonna say something, and you're going to become the topic of the discussion, which allows for them to twist and flip your shit. Now listen, I've said and done some dumbass shit on social media. I've lost fans. Shut up. Somebody look, hey man, whatever. I've said and done some dumbass shit on social media, but guess what? If I had a problem with what people got to say about me, get off the internet. You ain't heard no rumors about Denzel, because he ain't on the gram.
True.
Hey, let me ask y'all something, because you're so damn smart. What did Sade eat last week? Nobody knows. Who's she dating? What her house look like? What she drive? What private plane did she just get on last week? Nobody knows where Sade is. Y'all young niggas don't. Some of y'all are like, who is Sade? Google Sade.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, when you invite people into your life and your world, then why are you bad that they gonna misunderstand you, twist your words, beat you up, beat the shit out you when they disagree with you, create who you are and what your intentions are and what you stand for, and Illuminati and devil worshiping and gay and homosexual. I seen all the comments when you got out the car with your little orange tote bag.
I still got it right over there.
Where is it at?
Hey.
Where's that famous tote bag at? Holy shit. Give me that goddamn tote bag. This shit right here is so famous. This had niggas out here thinking, yep, he's gay. He's officially out of here. We lost one. You gave niggas the orange fanny pack over the shoulder.
Yeah.
And you walked your ass out like you were supposed to see a chiropractor that week. That motherfucker had a different kind of wiggle. That nigga, that is an ex-NFL player. That nigga can walk however way he want to walk, goddamn. All of a sudden, Shay Shay is gay. Y'all niggas out your goddamn mind, man.
Man, I need to see a chiropractor.
You think it's easy to be 6'5", sitting in the back seat, sitting upright like this nigga for 45 minutes when you an
Double hip
ex-NFL
replacement.
player? These niggas are crazy out here, man. What more do you want from me? Congratulations. I uploaded that goddamn video and they still cracking jokes about me to this day. If I didn't have a camera, if I didn't tell niggas who I was dating, who I was fucking, what I was driving, what I live in, where I'm going, what I'm doing, the yellowtail sashimi with the jalapeno peppers, nobody wouldn't have shit to say. We put our shit out there.
Right.
And we got a problem with what their understanding is. You don't know why I'm dating this girl. Who I'm fucking is not up for discussion. I'm a grown-ass man, dog. But if you're gonna be posting about who you're dating, if you're gonna keep niggas up to date every step of the way about who you're dating, things might be couples goals until you're no longer the couple goal. We all know. We understand. You know what cutting and pasting is, right? Mm-hmm. Right? You know what putting a filter is to make your face look all smooth and shit.
Yeah.
That ain't the way your face look. You got pimples all over your goddamn face right now. Don't just say. Nigga, your teeth ain't that bright. I came here to see how bright is this nigga teeth for real in real life. His shit is really bright, y'all. This ain't no motherfucker. He ain't got no low light shooting up to his teeth. His teeth are as white as his goddamn Air Force One. I'm seeing this shit in real time. I'm telling y'all, man, if you don't understand, we live in a world right now. I'm gonna tell you what's uncomfortable about Katt Williams. Can I tell you?
Sure, go ahead.
I gotta tell you, man. Oh, man. Oh, shit, I'm sweating. This is what happened. Black and greasy and Shit, makeup. Makeup! Shit. Okay, anyway, I don't need no makeup. Now, Katt Williams, Jesus, did he break the internet? Oh God, nigga still ain't recovered. You know what his name is to me? His name is Prophet Williams. Prophet Katt Williams. Man's a prophet. My God, my God, my God. My God, my God, my God. The littlest prophet you'll ever see. But he's a prophet. He's a prophet. Now, the wildest thing is this. Before y'all, I hear you whispering. I'm sorry. I love y'all. My ADD is real. A whisper is like a microphone boom right here. The Katt Williams thing was so crazy for all of us to see. I must have watched that full interview 4 times.
Go watch it again, please.
I will, because I know them Air Force Ones you got on is 2 hours old. Them motherfucker, hey, he got the box over there. Oh shit. Anyway, Katt Williams killed us all with all that he said and talked about and exposed, allegedly.
Yes.
About everything and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the wildest thing is, we, not black people, all people, we have gotten so used to the lie. The truth is uncomfortable. He spoke his truth.
Yes.
He didn't speak my truth. He didn't speak your truth. He spoke his truth. So we clear.
Yes.
I'm not saying Katt told the truth.
Right.
And I'm not being politically correct. If I wanted to go at anybody that Katt Williams went at, I'll do it.
Right.
Because I'm crazy. And I speak my mind.
Right.
Katt did a great job of exposing all that he wanted to expose during his interview. He spoke his truth. He shed light on things that he wanted to talk about and address. And then everything else that happened followed. See, we live in a world right now where you fell in love with David Copperfield. You fell in love with the smoke. You have fell in love with who people appear to be. Do you know what the fuck a magician is?
Mm-hmm.
They got hand movement.
Sleight of hand.
More smoke, smoke. They don't want you to see the truth. They don't want to expose what's actually being said, what's actually being done, what's actually going on. And so the world has gotten used to the lie. So the truth goes viral. Couples goals won't be couples goals if them niggas upload them arguing every goddamn day.
Right.
Why are they couple goals? Because you put a filter on it, you didn't cut and paste it, you didn't grab the ribbon and bought that motherfucker Hermes bags that she didn't deserve. You just met this nigga. Fuck you bought 12 Hermes bags for. The Birkin with the gator. Shit. $100, $200, $300,000 for that thing.
Yeah, them Himalaya
You just got this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You just met her last week. You just sent her a DM. What are you doing? You're insecure and you're buying too much shit trying to impress somebody, but what you're doing for them because you know they don't feel that way about you. So you're trying to purchase your way into feelings. And then you put the shit up on Instagram and you got everybody believing that the love is the love, but you have purchased your way into the love. That nigga don't feel that way about you. That's uncomfortable. So you put a filter on it, you edit it, you cut and paste it, and then you're living in it. You've been living the lie for so goddamn long, you believe your own lie. You've been telling that same lie over lunches and dinners sitting across from other couples. They're real. Your shit is fake. Y'all niggas argued all the way to the restaurant and all the way home. You're sleeping in 2 different rooms. When you gonna upload that? When you gonna upload the fact that I love you, but I don't like you. When they gonna put that out there? They not gonna do it. Because the concept of couples goals is way more sexy than niggas knowing I hate your goddamn guts. Wow. You understand me?
I do.
Okay, so Katt Williams went viral.
Well, why they get mad at me for what Katt said? Katt said
Because it's your platform, motherfucker. What that card say?
But here's the thing.
Let me see the card.
No, hell no.
Let me see the ashy ass card.
Remember I told you said.
Thank you.
You ain't even send me no questions. I didn't know Katt was gonna say I ask a question.
Man, you ain't do nothing wrong but create the platform.
And I don't post nothing about my social life. Cause I ain't got one.
That's why you came here ashy?
Yeah. See?
If you had some
You
friends,
think she'd let me come out the house ashy?
if you
That's Brett's fault though.
Yes, sir. Who's that?
Brett.
Okay, well, listen, you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong. Anybody who called you, texted you, jumped in your comments, came at you about what Katt Williams said on your platform, they out their goddamn mind. You just showed up black and ashy, nigga, and you provided the platform. You ain't got a fucking thing to do with what anybody's gonna sit here and say. I didn't know what your question was gonna be on your ashy cards.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so guess what? Whatever it is that I'm saying here, whatever topics I'm going into, whatever I'm unpacking, we just sitting there shooting the shit, chilling.
Right.
And so, listen, anybody else who come on here trying to explain or clarify or over-explain anything that Katt accused them of or said or did or exposed, man, listen, bro, that's life. At the end of the day, if you didn't say it and you didn't do it, well, you feel the need to explain it. Move the fuck on. Ain't anybody who love you gonna still love you.
Correct.
Rather somebody try and expose something or shed light on something or not. Come on, man. We do this shit every single day, bro. All you gotta understand is I've lost a lot of sleep over accusations and things that people have said about me, coming at me, or whatever else as well. There's gonna be people in the comments now. Should y'all hate Ashy Black because of what I said as Ashy, co-Ashy? Are y'all gonna hate Ashy and co-Ashy because of what we sitting there talking about? That's not right, man. Because, listen.
Ashy Black was a character in Hustle and Flow. That was Luda. Luda character name was Ashy Black.
I didn't know that.
I think, wasn't that his character?
That's my brother. I didn't know that.
No, that was in the movie Hustle and Flow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a John Singleton, Craig Brewer film, Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, sir. But I didn't know that was his name.
It was Ashy
But
Black.
why was he Ashy?
It might be Crunchy Black.
He
Crunchy Black.
He light skinned. He ain't Ashy. Ludacris ain't really Ashy.
But you got it. Look,
I ain't
the
never
rappers
seen
get named. You're like, how you come up with that name?
Ashy is normally our community.
Yeah.
I ain't never wore sunblock in my life.
I do.
Ashy. You what?
I do.
You wear sunblock?
I have to.
You hanging around way too many white people.
Nah, I with blister. My nose, man, I done blistered my nose.
That is a big ass nose. That sun has a long, big motherfucking landing strip. See, I ain't got no white people nose. Hey, nigga, listen, as we're sitting here, I need to be very, very careful with how deep I inhale, because you taking up the goddamn air. I'm sitting there like this, nigga, look. Go ahead, ask your question. Ask me a question. Wait, I'm over here like this, look. Wait. Hold on.
You want to ask you a question?
Wait, ask me a question. Go ahead.
Baby boy. Man, you act big seem like we on the elevator and we stuck in the elevator ain't but so much oxygen before they get us out of here.
You don't see the carpet moving when you inhale, motherfucker? Shannon inhales, nigga, look. God damn. Anyway, yeah, I understand. But look, just put sunblock on your nose, man. Don't put it on your face. It's okay with getting darker. See, I'm actually jealous of Akon.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm jealous. I get around that black motherfucker all the time. I be like, oh, I'm so mad at how much darker he is than me. He's like Blurple, black and purple. It's him and, speaking of Ludacris manager, Shaka Zulu. Let me show you the running joke. And
Skinny Black. That was Skinny Black. See, I knew it was something black.
Let me give y'all the running joke. And to all the dark-skinned folks out there, I'm gonna give y'all one. Comedians, if y'all upload this, I'm going to come back on Shannon's show and I'm going to say, you stole my shit, motherfucker. You need to give me 10% of your show that you made that night. So here's the running joke with me, Akon, and Shaka Zulu. Okay? The baby pictures. See the baby pictures?
Ah, man, they ain't nothing but a black screen.
Like, hey man, hey boy, you got some beautiful, you got some good baby pictures on there, man. Black ass, you can't see nothing, okay? So this that's what it is, man. You know, I love being in this skin, and I love my life, and I don't lose sleep over nobody else's gift. And then I'm gonna say this, man. You know, I wish everybody well, man. I like, listen, here's a twist on jealousy and black culture, and this. Ooh, this gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna say it. Would you agree or disagree that physically on Earth, there's more black people than the overall Jewish community? Yes or no? I'm talking about if you were born and raised Jewish, are there more physical people a part of the Jewish community than the overall black community in numbers?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I would probably say there's probably more black when you look at the continent of Africa.
Yeah, the whole world.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Yes. See, they got their shit together. Community, working with each other, doing dinners every Friday, putting the phone down and discussing the chess moves in the play. See, us as black people, we're fragmented. You can't do nothing fragmented. Can't do nothing jealous and envious. Now, this is not gonna go viral because I got a Jewish daughter, so relax. Latinos, the Latin community, they don't move as a fragmented race and culture. That's why they own everything. That's why they buying up all of the businesses. The Asian community, they don't move as a fragmented culture. That's why they buying up everything. Now, white people got that same blueprint. And yet, this is what's scary, boys and girls. We are the most powerful, influential race, period. Not by net worth, not by politics, culture. You know how many things has been done to us to beat the shit out of this smile, and I'm still smiling. The resilience of black culture after every attempt to kill and literally get rid of us, wipe us off the face of the fucking earth, and we still smiling, still in the videos dancing, still influencing what they're wearing, what they're doing, what the direction that they're deciding to move in. We not watching them the way they watching us, but they got their shit together, so they always gonna win. Why we mad though? Don't keep talking about the Jewish community. Be inspired by what happens when they link up. What you mad at? Get some. Have you ever won a Super Bowl by yourself, Shannon?
No.
Have you ever won a game by yourself?
No.
No? All black people on the same NFL team, right?
I mean,
Right?
Sometimes I felt like I'm playing by myself.
Yeah, I understand.
I just can't.
But it was still about 17 of y'all niggas on that line, though. Even though you was the star. Okay, I ain't really watched sports since Emmitt Smith. I'm old, nigga. I go back. I ain't watched TV since Martin.
Yeah.
And I ain't watched sports really since Emmitt Smith and Bo Jackson and Nolan Ryan. Like, I go back to when I was really into sports. I fell off at some point. Kobe got me, and I love LeBron. You know, that's my little sports. I ain't looking for no sports credibility in front of a sports legend, but just letting y'all know, like, it takes a team. Now, the world you come from, which is interesting, similar to my world, but very different. You have white ownership. They're standing on a united front. Now, keep in mind, before y'all get all worked, I don't have a racist bone in my body. I'm trying to tell y'all some uncomfortable truths. And these truths might be uncomfortable because you're like, who the man ain't I'm talking to you, goofy ass, fragmented ass person. Okay? The NFL own all the teams. The NFL own the NBA. But we, as black culture, are running up and down that basketball court, and once we get our shit together, we win championships. We get the rings. We get to come home with the gold from the Olympics. We didn't pay for our salaries. We don't own the planes that the teams are being transported on. We don't own the arenas or the stadiums. But if we as black culture, which take up the majority of black sports, if we were fragmented, we wouldn't win shit. So we come together and we get on the same, we huddle, we talk, we practice, Shannon.
Yeah.
We create the algorithm and we kill everything in its path for those teams that win the championship, that win the Super Bowl. There's a lot of white people on these teams as well. But we take up the majority. And yet we are the minority. We are the majority.
Yeah.
But we're the minority. So how, I'm asking you, all the agents, all the managers, all the lawyers in Hollywood, all the heads of all of the studios, don't keep attacking Jewish people because they got their shit together, man. Don't, all the press, the media, the news outlets and all that everybody's got this big problem with. They own it, they run it, they operate it, they control it, whatever that might be. What's the problem? You mad at a community of people that got their shit together? You had your shit together on the football field. That's why y'all won. Mm-hmm. The days y'all didn't have y'all shit together, you lost. You never won one single game by your team. You might have ran the most yards. You might have gotten the most touchdowns. You might have took over all the highlight reels. Mm-hmm. But you were still on that football team with your whole squad. Would you agree?
I'd agree.
Okay, so guess what? Go out there and try and fly solo all you want. You ain't gonna get shit. So why get mad at them for having their shit together?
How do we convince our community to stop this sniping? Because someone might have more than you, that doesn't necessarily mean they think they're better than you. And so
that jealousy ain't gonna go away anytime soon.
Well, then how do we win, Tyrese?
Well, we win by doing interviews like this to point out the obvious. Because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that you've lost way too much sleep over somebody else's dream. Mm. What the fuck is the problem? This is Club Shay Shay. If you want to be Club Tay Tay, nigga, go figure it out. You want to be Club Ray Ray? You want to be something that's got to be something? Go figure that shit out. Shay, I love you. I just met you, right?
Right.
Hear me. As a black man talking to a black man, there is literally, this is gonna make some of y'all so uncomfortable, there is literally nothing about your success, your handsome, your muscles, your career, anything that you're doing. There is nothing about who you are, what you've done, what you've achieved, and what God is doing, has done, and about to do that will ever have me losing sleep at night, my brother.
Nor should it.
It does for a lot of people.
Because my thing is, Tyrese.
That's why they in your comments talking shit about your life. They want them Katt Williams numbers so bad.
That's what it's.
They want them numbers. Even your racist ass old co-host, whoever he is, where is he? You got that oil on you, bruh. That oil is uncomfortable, Shay.
But let me ask you this.
And that orange backpack, but you know.
You like that? You like that? I mean.
Let somebody else put that orange ugly. That bag is ugly, by the way.
No, it ain't.
Well, actually, it's all right.
Yeah.
But let somebody else put that thing on. They're not gonna go viral. Let somebody else.
Fat Joe had it on. 2 Chainz got it. There are a lot of guys got it.
That's right. And
Stephon Diggs got one.
And there's a lot of niggas that interviewed Katt Williams before you, and a lot of niggas tried to milk. Oh, y'all don't want me to say that shit. Why did y'all interview Katt Williams after Shay Shay? Y'all want them numbers, but y'all not gonna get them numbers. That shit is uncomfortable. If it's about an interview and him being raw and unfiltered and telling people how he feel about what he see and what he feel and what his truth is, why did nobody else do the numbers? Because they ain't got that oil on them. They name ain't Shannon, and them niggas definitely ain't Sharpe. I'm gonna walk out of this. Come on, man.
I believe it because
so now you Oprah?
No.
I'm sorry, Oprah with an F? Now you Oprah?
Because here's the thing.
Why you doing Oprah numbers, Shannon?
Because God.
Why Gayle King ain't doing these numbers after she interviewed Katt? Oil. Favor ain't fair, my brother. You can't explain it, Shannon.
I can't.
It's the timing, it's the oil, it's the favor, it's the specific hand that's on your life. If they keep losing sleep over my gifts, motherfucker, you never gonna wake up.
So in other words, them trying to be successful while trying to make me unsuccessful because they didn't put me in this
thrusting you. Your haters will become your congratulators. And the more stones they throw at your ass, your mansion gonna get bigger. That private plane.
Oh, no, no private plane.
You ain't got a private plane?
Hell no.
It's coming.
No,
you might not be interested.
Okay, I'm gonna speak. I want a private plane.
Okay, there you go.
You say there's power in the tongue.
You might not be interested. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of niggas recognizing me walking through the airport. I'm tired of wearing masks and having to hide. I'm tired of these motherfuckers canceling flights, and I want to know my pilot by his first name. I want to send a nigga some gifts, because I like him.
Well, you better go get Delta one of private suites.
No, man, fuck that. I want my own plane, and it's coming. And if they losing sleep, whether my cars are leased or I own them, they gonna keep losing sleep over this oil over my life.
When you get that private plane, can I hitch a ride back to L.A.?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, I got you, because we about to do some numbers.
Okay.
You underdig me? I know what this is.
Tyrese, I read when you said Terrence Howard took a lot of your roles because he's light-skinned, black man with green eyes.
Here you go with some controversy. That's bullshit.
What role he take from you?
That's a misunderstanding, and you about now this is algorithm, Shannon.
You said it.
I'm sharp as a motherfucking nail. Moving on. I never said that. You twisted my words.
Okay,
I got no problem with that light-skinned man. I ain't clearing up shit. Because I'm not talking about that black man, and I don't want my words to be twisted and misunderstood. That man did not take one role from me. I said specifically that long before it was cool to be blue-black in Hollywood,
yes,
everybody light-skinned or on the spectrum,
yes,
had way more opportunities going towards them than us.
Yeah, light-skinned used to be in.
I never said he took one specific role for me. They never said Tyrese or Terrence. Okay. They twisted my word. Didn't you just sit here and talk about niggas twisting words?
No, I say they lied. I ain't no twisting words. They lied.
They lied about what?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he only likes this. Oh, he did that. Somebody said. Well, who's that somebody that's been in my circle?
I don't know.
Bucket ain't said it.
Who is Bucket?
My homeboy over there for 40 years.
What's up, Bucket?
What up, man?
My nigga.
So that's the thing. But that's the thing, the line. You said something very interesting. You said dating publicly, you put all this stuff on social media. Mm-hmm. If you had to do it over again, would you live your life publicly on social media?
Absolutely. I don't live in regret, bro.
You have no regret?
None. None. No, sir. Whatever this life wants to dish out on me, mm-hmm. it prunes me into something else. When it fucks me up, it changes me into something. I don't like problems. But what was I supposed to learn from this problem? I don't like being broke. But do you have a problem? See, some niggas think I wanted to sing and become successful and get out the hood. I became successful because I was tired of feeling stuck, broke, lonely, fucked up. My mama made us play retarded, bruh, and go to the Social Security building to get Social Security checks.
Man, you been scheming a long time, Tyrese. Damn.
My mama have.
Nah, ain't no mama. You flooded the house. You ran in the building. You pretended like you was in the same classroom, K through 12. Had 2 naps.
No offense with the word
cookies.
retarded. That kind of just slipped out. It flowed out. I'm sorry. My mama made us made them people believe that I was on the spectrum, and we started collecting insurance money every month. And me and my brother, that was my first performance. That was my first motherfucking role. Shit, I got that bag. My mama gave me, that was the first high five she ever gave me. You played the shit out of that role.
Man, you in the people office walking backwards.
What happened?
You in the people office walking backwards. Man, Tyrese, you been acting for 45 years, man. Damn.
That's funny as hell. Cause that's a visual. You fucked up if you walking backwards, nigga. That's another level. God damn, nigga, you walking in reverse? You committed.
Let me ask you this.
Oh shit.
Social media.
Yes, sir.
Is it more of a help or detriment to society? What do you think it is?
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Social media.
How you use it?
It's beautiful because you still have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
No one has taken the choice away from you to upload your life as often as you upload it. My brother, I don't need to know what hotel you staying at. If you want me to know, put the shit up on your Instagram. I don't need to know what you're doing, who you fucking, what you eating, where you going, what events you got coming up. Now come on, man. Look at the success that you've had.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have had it without the pivots and without going viral, without social media, without people. And then that's gonna come with people talking, good, bad, creating. You got whole YouTube videos online right now, and you got niggas out here that have convinced a lot of people of a lot of shit about you that you're waking up to like, nigga, if I didn't know me, I would believe that shit. Now, I know this nigga because I've woken up to court documents and baby mamas, and I'm reading that shit like, nigga, if I didn't know what the fuck actually happened, nigga, this shit sound believable as a motherfucker. And then it leaks on TMZ because court documents is public. Mm-hmm. And now I gotta go the next 6 months trying to get niggas to believe the truth when the lie will always get more traction. The lie is always more popular. You know what? If you think I'm playing, I'm gonna announce it early. If you think I'm playing, mm-hmm. The day before you air this interview, I'm gonna tell niggas me and you got in a fight. Fuck that nigga.
You know that's gonna go. You know that's going viral.
You're right, because the lie will always be more popular than the truth, bro. Listen, man. I've been telling people, man. Women, with all due respect, I'm not misogynistic when I say this. I'm not some condescending man. Listen, man. All these women out here that are singing are trying to convince everybody in the world that they hate men, they don't need a man, they don't want a man, they don't desire a man, and that they can do bad all by themselves. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to go home. Here's the memo. And I want the word. Do me a favor. Editor, whoever the editor, what's your editor name?
Well, CJ Company handles that. CJ.
Okay, that sounds fancy. Okay. So look, whoever your editor is, I want you to put the bouncing ball under this, okay? Here's a memo to all of the beautiful women in the world, whether you've been celibate 5, 10 years, whether you have seen other women go through divorces, or you've been through a divorce yourself. Here's the bouncing ball that I want them to add in post-production. Nobody needs to go home to a poodle and a vibrator. Nobody needs to be alone. Nobody should be alone. This concept of being alone is bullshit, because most of your favorite female singers that are out here singing this song are going home to their man, their fiance, or their husband. Whether you know it or not, that's on you. You believe that toxic ass shit. That's why you're filling up the arenas with it. Nobody wants to be alone, sir. No man. This is biblical. Companionship. Look it up, non-biblical people. So I was not devastated when my divorce ended because I wanted someone or something to be with me. I got married because I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. Because I loved the way I felt and what I had in my marriage and my family. It became a world within a world within a world. And it was a world that I had never experienced prior to that. Honeymoon, love, beauty, magic, everything, my brother. Fucking up there with the Care Bears. Floating, bruh. My God. Some shit that...
It was everything that you thought it would be.
I'm saying some shit right now that's so foreign. Like, what is it? If you get rid of the vibrator and the poodle, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Marriage, some other shit, my brother. Oh my. Don't get it fucked up. She could leave me all she wants. I was devastated and crushed. Specifically, I let God down. You see? I didn't promise her anything.
But you can't make somebody stay where they don't want to be.
Father God, I love you and I trust you.
Yeah.
Through thick and thin, sickness and health, for better, for worse, till death do us part, along with all the other words. That's not God's opinion. That is the word of God. I gave God my word, and neither one of us are dead. So where the fuck are you at? See, I'm thinking that what's gonna happen? Karma, she left me, yes. And this is not a narcissist saying, you should have stayed with somebody that you didn't want to stay with, irregardless of being married or not. That's that toxic ass narrative for all of that community. You think your grandparents are celebrating 50 years of marriage because your grandfather never cheated on her, nigga? Stop playing. When your grandmama gonna tell you, grandbaby, how many times your grandfather was a Rolling Stone, smashing everything in the neighborhood? This was prior to social media. We're gonna celebrate 60 years of marriage and not tell people how you were able to get through all of that? Your wife was down to 80 pounds after she had to go through chemotherapy and all of those random sicknesses. You stayed. Money up, money down. You stayed. Are we loyal? Are we loyal to the net worth? Motherfucker, because the net worth is gonna change. I'm gonna be up, I'm gonna be down. That doesn't change what we promised God. So you gotta understand what you don't understand for the people watching. Now the married folks at home, hallelujah, they're gonna be screaming and hooping and hollering because they know it ain't easy to be married. Nope. And they also understand the magic and the beauty of marriage in itself. And I never understood that until Rev Run became my best friend. I had never consistently, keyword boys and girls, I had never consistently ever been around a married man prior to Rev Run to understand what marriage, wife, family, it ain't arguing. It's how do you argue? Mm-hmm. You see? That's the difference. Everybody gonna argue. with two random people that don't know each other. Your family ain't got nothing to do with my family. Your triggers ain't got nothing to do with my family. Your upbringing ain't got nothing to do. We hope and we pray that a lot of who we are align. But when they don't, we're going to argue about it. Question is, how are you arguing? What are you arguing about? How are you arguing? Is the question. And married folks understand we've been married for 5 years. Let me just ask you an example, because I love to ask questions sometimes.
Sure.
Before I make a point. If you drove the same car without putting gas in it, doing an oil change, ever getting the carburetor, or anything that has to do with your car for 5 straight years, what would happen?
Well, I'm gonna run out of gas before that 5 years, so I ain't gonna be able to go. But obviously, you have to do certain things.
Let's say electric car.
Yeah.
That gets
you gotta get it serviced.
Let's go 2025,
Yeah.
right? If you have an electric car that gets recharged without you ever having to plug up, will you be able to be in this physical car for 5 straight years without getting something done?
No.
You got to get tires changed. You got to get the brake pads, right?
Plugs. Yeah.
Okay, that's what marriage is. It is a work in progress. And everybody on Instagram, what's fucked up is y'all are robbing people of knowing how challenging marriages are. Because you ain't uploading the challenges. You just uploading all the glossy, happy shit.
Yeah.
You want to be couples goals. Be couples goals all you want. Because people are still going to be inspired by you even if they know how challenging your marriage has been. But most of the people will never know. I ain't talked to my wife in 3 weeks. Because we keep arguing about this shit and I'm fucking exhausted. And yeah, we live in the same house, but she over there and I'm over here. We don't eat together, we don't talk together, we ain't touch each other, we ain't flirting, we ain't together, we ain't this and that. That ain't me. I'm talking about people will never upload that. So what they upload is when they finally start getting along again. So that makes the whole world believe the lie.
They've been happy all this time.
The lie is more important than people telling the truth. Now, the truth is uncomfortable. Nobody is as open as me. You know, this is why my manager don't like doing interviews like this. Because, oh shit.
You're gonna be too honest.
I'm always, you know. That's why I do what I do. I post the way I post. I live my life. You can Google it for the lifetime of you. I have always been a man who prides himself in walking, living, and breathing, not the truth. The truth is your perception of what the truth is. My truth. I will never play victim. I will never lie. I will never make sure that you like me versus like her or like them, because they gonna steal they gonna like who they like, goofy ass nigga. You could write the longest caption in the world, they gonna still fuck with who they fuck with. You'll never be able to get your worst enemy to ever not be an enemy. You can have veins coming out your neck, the biggest voice ever. They ain't fucking with you, bro. Are you okay with that? And if you want everybody to like you, Shannon, be ice cream. I don't know too many niggas who got a problem with ice cream. I know they trying to go dairy. Yeah, they trying to go eco-friendly on the ice cream, but nigga, ain't nothing like some motherfucker dairy in the ice cream.
You mentioned that when you got married, you was like, this is forever. You made a promise before God. Yeah. When your marriage ended, was that the most pain you'd ever felt? Yes, because nobody has ever mattered. And I've never allowed anyone to matter as much as my marriage mattered. I've also never gave anyone so much of myself ever. And I know you hear a lot of women say that, but us as men, I want to just, this is going to be controversial, but I have to say it. To all the ladies, you've been ready to get married since elementary. Us as men, our penis belongs to everybody. And that's what we get love for. That's what we get respect for. That's what the homies love you in the locker room for, because we out here going big.
And our numbers that we putting up on the board and who we smashing and how many we smashing, how often we smashing and how many we smashing at one time, we get love for that. Women call women hoes. We ain't got to do it. When you overly promiscuous, women attack women. I ain't finna attack you because you knocked down 5 last week because you hot in these Shannon Sharpe streets. Fuck you mean? I see black ass Ocho sitting over here. That's my nigga right there. Ocho been hot in these motherfucking streets just like me, nigga, dark skinned community, knocking them down. Yeah. And I'm sure we done knocked down a couple of them that we knew together. That's what I'm talking about. How you losing sleep over what another man out here doing? That 50-year-old nigga still in the club for a reason. He ain't done. He trying to knock him down. He trying to knock down every bad bitch on human feet. That's the narrative. Now, y'all are ready to get married because you've been sold on the dream. You've been sold on the fantasy. You've been sold on the white picket fence and the horse and finding your man's man and riding to the motherfucking sunset. That is the fantasy. That is the Disney picture. Find any real men as a kid that's sitting up watching Cinderella movies. No fucking Cinderella movie on my TV when I was in the hood, nigga. Shit. Which means I was robbed of the fantasy. There ain't no Prince Charming on my TV. I wasn't watching them cartoons. I'm watching He-Man.
We're gonna get you out on this co-parenting. How difficult is it to
Wait, hold on. If we about to wrap up,
yeah,
I want to talk about Beautiful Pain.
Okay, well, let's talk about it then.
Yeah, please. Beautiful Pain, with all these old niggas y'all got watching this show, they gonna have to buy this grown-ass album.
You got the cover? You want to get the cover?
What happened?
Yeah, you want to get the cover?
Praise God. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Let's go Beautiful Pain on it. Thank you, my brother. See, that's my childhood homie from 8 years old right there. Clutch. What's up, Yada?
No, you want to show it?
Yeah. Okay, my boy Kenyatta, man, Kenyatta. No, we'll talk about it. You edit this out, okay? Want to talk about it, and then I'm going to make it seem like I'm putting the first physical copy of my album in your hands. Okay. Now, don't show the back.
Okay.
Because it's a mock-up.
Okay.
And then I want you to also you would bless my life because I'm independent, so all this shit matters, okay? Yeah, okay. Shay Shay do numbers.
We do crazy numbers.
Shay Shay do numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I give you this, my brother, here's your first movie role for me. I'm gonna give you this, and then I want you to not show the back because that don't say Tyrese or nothing on it, and then I'm gonna say, do me a favor, man. Grab the album, pull it out, and then give me a beautiful reaction because you know that's
red.
I've
never seen that.
It's beautiful. So I'm releasing this double vinyl, produced by David Foster, which is
the David Foster.
The fucking David Foster. Yeah. So David Foster is 20 songs total. It's about love, life, divorce, and all the above. So if we tight for time, I just wanna wrap this all up.
Yeah.
Talking about the most important album I've ever done in my life, especially pivoting off of the marital conversation that we just had. So, we good? Anybody want to walk out? Y'all okay? Okay. All right. So we're gonna go edit, Mr. Editor. We're gonna pick up from a 3, 2, 1, so I can close out my marital thought and the whole Cinderella thing. I want to close that out. And then I want to pivot into the Beautiful Pain comment, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Especially if they want to wrap me up. I'm gonna wrap this up and sell these
That's on you.
records.
We do it.
We gonna use these numbers. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so truth is, nobody should be alone.
Okay.
And I think what is so confusing about this concept, and oh God. Oh man, this is gonna be so bad, Shakes. Oh God, this is so bad, but it's true. You wasn't healed before you got married. You wasn't healed before your boyfriend, before your girlfriend. You wasn't healed before you got engaged. You're not healed even if you've been married for 20 years. How many times has your wife wiped your tears? Married men, how many times has your wife wiped your tears when you start talking about your childhood traumas? Why are you married if you're not supposed to be married until you're healed? Do yourself a favor and do some therapy and understand that it's not in everybody's cards to be alone. Don't independence your way into loneliness. And because you're alone doesn't mean you're lonely.
Right.
Because people do really well by themselves. I love being alone. I love spending time alone. When it comes to me having some in my life, I understand specifically the value in companionship. That man that's at your job flirting with you every day, why you won't let him take you to lunch and dinner? That don't mean you gotta give him some pussy. You're an adult.
Right.
You know how to say no. A man can be in hot pursuit of you for 6 months before you finally have sex with him, because that's what adults do, right? We're adults. So I, as a man who had been out dirt diggler, living my best life, like most men, okay? We are not ready to get married. Not all. That I don't want to generalize. Women are always ready to get married. They've been ready to get married since Cinderella. Us as men are not ready to get married, and nothing about the concept of us getting married is introduced to any of us, because that's not our narrative, that's not our dialogue, that's not the sensitivities in and around the locker room talk, the R&B talk, the hip hop talk. It's knock 'em down every single day, knock 'em down, knock 'em down. Red Run, Jay-Z, they all normalized hip hop, marriage, introduced it. Fat Joe, keep going. There's a few, DJ Khaled. Mm-hmm. They've all normalized the energy in and around being a hip hop rapper and literally being about family and marriage. I want to say, I could be wrong, but Red Rum was one of the first.
Yes.
Okay? Long before we fell in love with Bill Cosby, I'm not talking about what he's accused of or what he dealt with or dealing with. Rev Run slapped that collar on, and he said to the whole world, this is what real love looks like. Not the records I sold, not the hip hop, and not the arenas I'm selling out, and not how much I mean to you rappers. True wealth is this right here. Jay-Z understands that. Beyonce understands that. That's what I am proud to say. I attempted, and I went all out. So everything about my marriage ending, it was devastating for me because, like most men, we go above and beyond to keep living our best life and partially committing to everything and everybody. We're giving it all away.
Right.
And everything about the love and the props that we get from giving it all away is us being men. Like, you can't be mad at me that me and all my niggas normalize getting this pussy. You can't be mad at me that we up in here giving each other high fives and talking about, you know, and the thing is, sometimes we can get jealous, right?
Yeah.
But for the most part, if me and you knock down the same cheerleader and we playing on the same team, nigga, we gonna talk about it. Nigga, this sheet.
Yeah, cheerleaders was off limits to us. We couldn't mess with the cheerleaders.
Shannon, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying we could. Tyrese,
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. We are past what is the,
Statue of limitations.
Nigga, you better bring that motherfucking glass over and stop playing with me. Cheerleaders is off limits. Who the fuck is he talking to? I tell you, politically correct was a person in a gray t-shirt. God damn. We are past the statute of limitation. No one is hiring you to play on any teams, nigga. You gonna be all right. I know you and Ocho that knocked down a couple cheerleaders.
Nah, I'm way older than Ocho. Ocho about to get married, so you know.
I'm talking about Ocho past. I'm not talking about his current, all right? I'm talking about, it ain't no way in hell, nigga. Nah. We out here not knocking down them cheerleaders. When you looking at them leg muscles every day, the fuck you talking about? Anyway, the thing is, us as men, they say men are from men, women from all this so different, you know. Listen, man, truth be told, the reason why, hear me, thank you, Jesus. The reason why, in my opinion, this is my truth, the reason why everything about us getting married is always so much harder if it comes to an end is because most of us as men, we are wired to never do that. They've been ready to do it since they was 2, bruh. We are wired to never commit. That's uncomfortable. You are with a man, you are married to a man right now who might not be thinking about you when he has sex with you.
Damn.
Because we are wired to be thinking about all of them.
What if she ain't thinking
And
about him?
What happened?
What if she ain't thinking about him?
I'm sure she ain't. Especially if the nigga wears size 3. Especially if the nigga wears size 3.
Listen, Tyrese, you got to slide. You slumped out of the chair on that one.
No. Listen, man. I'm not gonna put this all on the man. I'm just letting you know that we are wired very, very differently, my brother. We're very different, and so me getting married, I had to push through a lot as a man, like most men. We are married and we are literally in disbelief that we made that decision.
Yeah.
Unless you grew up in a house where you're around somebody like me, like Rev Run.
Right.
Where they've normalized the talk, the energy, the dialogue, and the vibrations of this is what you want to be and this is what you ultimately want to get to.
Yeah.
That is not normal, my brother. Most of us are single. Most of us grew up in single household with single mothers and single. So where does commitment, companionship, engagement, and marriage come in? Single mother, single this, single that, singular, solo, flying alone, me, my, and then you are spreading yourself out to everything and everybody. So at the end of the day, yes, beautiful pain.
Let me get the album. Let me see the album.
Oh.
Show the cover.
What if I told you this is the first physical copy?
I would let that's unbelievable that it's on Club Shay Shay. I got the first physical copy.
It's the first copy.
Let me see it. Let me
man.
hold it. Let me do it.
I just gave you my heart, okay? That's my heart in that album.
Look at this. Can y'all see this? Nah, but this is what makes it special. Look at this.
Oh. You see that cover? You see that cover?
I see a flower. I see a heart that's shattered
Beautifully broken.
in 1,000 pieces.
That's what happens.
What's on this album?
That's what happens when a man finally says yes. This is what happens when a woman finally says yes. Says yes to marriage, says yes to commitment, says yes to taking the full journey, says yes to kids. That album has 20 songs on it. All of the vulnerabilities, all of the things that most men are very uncomfortable with singing about, talking about. See, they attack us for not speaking and not communicating. And then when you do talk, you get attacked for that too. I put it all on that album. We got songs on that album where I'm posing questions like, I know you filed for divorce. I know I'm still over here fucked up about it, because the healing journey is never ending. If Bishop T.D. Jakes' soul knows Jesus Christ, he should be in heaven by now. We are all still in the process of figuring it out. You can quote 500 scriptures from the Bible, but if you know Jesus better than Jesus, then you might as well go on home. It is a never-ending journey to heal. It is a never-ending journey to keep pushing through the stuff and hoping that you can find a smile at the end of that rainbow. That is the most important thing I've ever done. And I can tell you right now, I finished it. It's coming out on Friday, August 30th. I'm dropping this album on the same day that I'm dropping 1992, the movie. And I have never done, this is me, I've never done anything more important in my life. Like, I can't believe it's mine. Can't believe these are my feelings, my sentiments, my vulnerabilities. If you ask me, I have, where's my red beanie at? Can somebody get my red beanie? Because I gotta go ahead and remind y'all. So first of all, if y'all asking why I got on a red beanie, black and gold, motherfucker, zoom in on that right there. You know what I'm talking about? The swag is up. You know, black folks gotta coordinate. Anyway, so I was saying that if you ask me, my brother, I've been living in the year 1968 for the last 3 years, working on that right there. Okay? Now, this might sound strange, but I'm gonna tell you how real this is for me. I'm a very specific and visual person. The clubs that I've been to have been crazy. Mm-hmm. You wanna know who's been in my section?
Yo.
Marvin Gaye. Man, he said some shit last night that was so crazy. We was at the table dying laugh. Marvin funny as a motherfucker, man. He crazy. Donny Hathaway pulled up last night. Man, Billie Holiday, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Luther was there, Michael Jackson was there. Still can't believe they let that little nigga in the club. He still looks like a kid. Did you see the pivot? Mm-hmm. That's where I've been in my mind. I don't even know who the fuck Lil Tay Tay is. I don't know nothing about no YouTube. I don't know nothing about iTunes. I don't know nothing about nothing. I have been in the world of Beautiful Pain, tapping into songs in the key of life and all of the icons and legends that my mama, rest in peace. R&B soul music in my house was the soundtrack to her alcoholism. Yeah. I love R&B soul music. But all these R&B niggas from that era had my mama drunk as a motherfucker. I don't even think my mama would have drunk as much as she drunk on her own if she had just sat there and said, let me just have a couple. But you put that thing on in that background, that Marvin Gaye, that Teddy Pendergrass, that Luther, the OJs, Donny Hathaway, the soundtrack of your addiction. That's where my brain was at. And that's why Beautiful Pain, produced by my brother Brandon Bam Hodge, and executive produced by someone who came out of retirement to do this, David Foster. Wow. Let me give you a couple names that's gonna put the kids to sleep. Can we put the kids to sleep real quick?
Sure.
El DeBarge.
Wow.
Lenny Kravitz. Kenny G. Oh, they definitely gonna go to sleep now. Kenny G is on the album. Tamar Braxton. Every song on this album is live. Live strings. Now, here's the thing. I got songs on this album that's almost 8 minutes long. Did them niggas tell Luther Vandross to send in a radio edit? You know Luther Vandross had songs that had like 4-minute intros before the verse start. I wanna tell you, baby, the chances I've been going through, missing you. Oh. I ran out of breath because of your nose, nigga. Till you come back to me, I don't, shit. I don't, shit. I'm just playing. Anyway, listen, man. There was no such thing. Here's all the old folks, okay? I'm 45, I'm talking to grown folk. Lil Tay Tay, Lil Ray Ray, Lil JJ, all the niggas out here upload TikTok videos, painting your fingernails black and doing turquoise hair and announcing that you're homosexual, trying to fit into the community because it's gonna make you more in. I got it. If you live in a particular lifestyle, I literally don't have a racist bone, I don't discriminate. I just say do what makes you happy. But I'm gonna tell y'all, for us folks that grew up on true R&B soul music, I got some bad news for y'all. There was never Luther Vandross featuring Curtis Blow. There was never Marvin Gaye featuring the Sugar Hill Gang. I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back in feelings for so long. Trying to hold back in feelings for so long. Put that pussy on the ground, girl, it's so strong. It did not happen. It didn't happen. It just did not happen. There was a specific R&B soul that had nothing to do with coexisting with hip hop. Y'all may not know that. You may not know that. Even James Brown.
Godfather.
You ever heard of James Brown, boys and girls? Okay. Even James Brown, legend, first black man to ever own his own private plane.
Correct.
The most sampled R&B soul godfather in the history of hip hop. Never had one rapper on his goddamn song. Hip hop has sampled an R&B soul godfather, and yet the godfather himself never said yes to hip hop. R&B is insecure right now. They won't even play it on the radio unless it features a rapper. Until now. You're gonna have to pull them instruments out. That dusty ass Rode keyboard in your garage with the organ, them instruments is coming out. It's all live instrumentation on here. God willing, if we come home with 10 Grammys, it's gonna be niggas out here asking some hard questions. They out here they're up here making beats on iPhones, on an airplane using Wi-Fi, and by the time they land, it's on the side cloud and it goes viral, and they up here TikToking to it. You can't tell anybody to sing real love songs no more. No one wants to beg, no one wants to plead, no one wants to express love and sentiments about nothing. Everybody is selling lonely. Fuck you, I don't need you. To the left, pack your shit, get out. Well, that's not what that is. Now, the divorce, full transparency, motivated me to get in the studio to make that. But it's called Beautiful Pain, and I'm speaking of the pain, but more importantly, I'm talking about the beauty that I discovered in my pain. Wow. And I've mainly, are you married yet, Shannon?
No.
Okay. I have mainly played this album for married couples. Why? I'm glad you asked. I've mainly played this album for married couples because my love for the Lord Jesus Christ would never, ever allow for me to release an album to contribute to the divorce rate. Imagine me taking my pains, my traumas, and my strife from this unexpected divorce, and then I release a whole album going at divorces, going at the sanctuary of marriage, going at love. Now, my ex is gonna get this work, nigga. My ex is gonna get this work. There's songs like Love Transaction where I say 20,000 isn't child support. We both know just who that money for. That might make you feel a way. 20,000 ain't shit compared to what other niggas get hit with. There's people out here with 6, 7 kids. Ask them what that number is per month. This shit real. However, don't confuse my truth with the truth. That's one. And two is, why are you making me feel bad about me singing these songs and these lyrics when that's actually something I felt, and experienced? All of a sudden, when a man released a song talking about his marriage falling apart or whatever specifics and details that come along with it, I'm misogynistic and I'm being condescending towards women. You ain't say that shit to Mary J. Blige. You ain't say that shit to Jasmine Sullivan when she said, I'm gonna bust the windows out your car. You had your ass in the arena looking for a window to bust out a car. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, Beautiful Pain can be ordered online exclusively at Tyrese.tv. I'm independent, Shannon. Don't edit that out. Tyrese.tv is the only place in the world you can buy Beautiful Pain. It's a double vinyl. If you skip a song, I quit.
Wow.
Literally, when you put the needle on the vinyl, the album starts off with the sound of vinyl. The little crackling sound, that's how the album starts, and you just let it play. Put your kids to sleep, get their homework done, tell them niggas to turn off the video game and get ready for school, because mama and daddy about to make your brother and sister. Wow. You gonna get your ass dropped off at the carpool lane And this album is gonna bring love back into your mommy and daddy's marriage that may have been fading away. It's gonna have us sitting across from the dinner table flirting again, making love again. Not fucking. Fucking is cool. Twerking and fucking. We got enough of that. We just seen the whole BET Awards with niggas twerking. I'm sitting there on the front row like, God damn, I'm 45 years old. I'm sitting next to some valuable booty meat. That's way too much booty meat on this goddamn stage. They've normalized the ratchet.
Right.
And they want us to think it's okay to be that. No disrespect to none of the artists. This is different. This is intimate. This is vulnerable. It's getting back to being grown. And I don't want no youngsters in my audience. How old are you, Shannon? If you don't mind me asking.
56.
You 56, I'm 45. You know how uncomfortable it'd be for me at 45 years old to see a 16-year-old in my audience with turquoise hair uploading a TikTok video to my damn music? And I'm not gonna kick him out because he's 16, but this ain't for you. Take your ass to bed. Go get your homework done, turn your video game off, get off of Instagram and Snapchat, go to sleep. Because I'm dropping you off in the carpool lane tomorrow, and I'm going home, and me and your mama are gonna keep dancing in the living room, and we're gonna figure out a way to fall in love over and over again because she has lost sight of how important our marriage is since we didn't have 4 kids. This gonna bring them back together.
Beautiful Pain drops August 30th, along with his movie 1992, Tyrese Gibson.
Cheers.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.